right, time to work, time to work. All right, some of you specifically had some questions, so those of you guys who gave it your best shot, tell me. All right, especially number 16, maybe?
Yeah.
All right, number 16, come on. All right, this one's important, all right, especially because I want to show you how to factor when you don't know what the factors are again. All right, Julian, let's go. I'm on question number 16, so please pay attention. The reason why I said see number 10 is because it's done exactly the same as number 10. All right, so if you were looking, all right, you should have been able to say that it told me to solve for y. So y is equal to 25 minus x. Anybody have any issues with that? Now, what do I do with the 25 minus x? I put it in for what? For y. All right, so here we go. So I have x squared plus parentheses 25 minus x squared equals 313. X squared plus 625 minus 50x plus x squared equals 313. Now, is everybody okay with that, or do I need to show you where I got the negative 50 from? Right? What?
My question is why is the x squared positive and non-negative?
Because you are squaring negative x. Negative x times negative x is x squared. Yes, sir. Good for you. 25 times 25 is guess what? What? What did Caroline ask me? What do you think? You have the same question. All right? That's why I highlighted the negative x, and I told her it's negative x squared. All right, hey, so I'm glad you're with me today, seriously. All right, so but you see what I need? Listen. All right, and I'm really not trying to give you a hard time. I'm trying to make you better for next year. All right, so that's what I have. Do you see why it's positive now? Negative x. Do you see the highlighted green there? The negative x squared is x squared. What?
Oh, I know that.
All right, good. That's what I want you to do. What?
You get negative 55.
Remember, the middle term, if I rewrite this as 25 minus x times 25 minus x, negative 25, negative 25, negative 50. All right, we also said there was a shortcut where you multiply 25 times negative x and then times 2. That gives you the middle term when you're squaring a binomial. All right, so now we're simplifying. What's x squared plus x squared? Come on, guys.
2x squared.
2x squared minus 50x plus 625 equals 313. Now what? Subtract what?
So the point I said, put them in order?
Yes, that's all I did. And now I have to set it equal to 0, right? So I move the 313 over, so now I have 2x squared.
Plus 312.
Now, be careful, what do I need to do next? Thank you very much. Divide by 2. So I have x squared minus 25x plus 156 equals 0. Now, most people don't know what the factors of 156 that are 25. What was that? Is anybody able to figure that out? All right, it's okay. Anybody else? Nobody's able to tell me. All right, so what number for sure goes into 156?
2.
Say it again.
3.
Yeah, go ahead, Cole. 12 times 13 is 156. All right, but look up here on the board because most people don't know that. So please look up. I'm now trying to show you how you break it down so you can see that. You're not looking. All right, 2 times 78. Right? And then 2 times 39. Right? So now I know 4 times 39 is also 156. Everybody agree? Now 39 is what? 3 times 13. Does everybody see that? So now 2 times 2 times 3. 12 times 13 is also 156. Everybody see how I'm doing that? That helps you out tremendously if you get to bigger numbers but you don't know what the factors are. Does that make sense to you? All right. So now, clearly, the factors of 156 are what? That we're using, 12 and 13. So now we're doing x minus 12 and x minus 13. So x is either what? 12 or what? 13. Now we have to answer the question. Find the numbers. So what are the numbers? Now the answer itself, listen to me, because here's where kids make mistakes. Look here, please. Does everybody agree the numbers aren't 12 and 13? Right? One answer is what? Now I have to find the other answer, but it just so happens that the other answer is what? 13. Now why is it 13? Because we plugged 12 into our equation 25 minus x. So if x is 12, then y is what? 13. Or when x is 13, then y would be what? All right? So do I have to write both those numbers? No. The answer is what? 12. The numbers 12 and 13 satisfy that. All right? You don't say 12, 13 or what? 13, 12, because it's the same. All right? Hopefully you understand what I'm saying. Everybody good on that? Now, again, what I'm trying to get you to understand, guys, listen to me, please. If you can do this, if you can do all of this over here, you're actually very good. All right? Very good. All right? That's what I'm trying to get you at. You have to be able to use your factoring to help you with the problems. All right? Now, what else do I need to look at? 19. And then we're moving on. Yeah, I don't understand this problem for some of you guys. This is very straightforward. If you square my age, how do I represent squaring my age? X squared. Then you subtract 23 times my age.
Minus 23.
Minus 23x is equal to what?
50.
50. There you have it. No. Yes, you can, but I don't want that. You with me? That's a great... Hey, look. On your test, this is an SAT question. If there's a way you can figure it out, I'm fine with that. All right? Here we go. So, in this case, though, x squared minus 23x minus 50 equals 0. I'm trying to show you it's really not that hard. Now, what are the factors of 50 that make 23? Yeah, that's not hard. So it's going to be x minus 25 and x plus 2. So x is equal to what? 25 or, but of course you can't be negative 2, so that's called an extraneous solution. So the only possible answer here is 25.
Oh, so your math teacher would be 2 years old.
All right, yeah. Well, there are some that are. All right, here we go. I'm on 21. All right, I just want to double check your work with here. I think you should understand this question. Now, the reason why I put this on is because some kids forget about factors and multiples. All right, what is the answer here? Who got it? What's the answer? I got a C. Anybody else?
E. I put
E.
I put
Somebody else put E.
I put A.
And I got someone with an A.
Oh wait, no, never mind. I don't know why.
Yeah. It's clearly, look, first thing I want to show you, we've talked about this a lot already. The greatest common factor is 10. All right, so let's just review this real quick. Is it possible that it's A or B?
No.
So right off the bat, we can say it's not A or not B because 10 is not a common factor. Now, is 10 a common factor for C, D, and E? Yes, it is. All right, however, is it the greatest for D? No, 20 would. So that's out. Is it the greatest for 30 and 40? Yes, and it's also the greatest for 10 and 20. Now, remember, here's where people have trouble. The least common multiple. So I always try to tell kids, remember the multiples are like 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. All right? So if we're looking for the LCM, the least common multiple, 10, 20, 30, 40. 20, 40, 60. Is the LCM for C 120? Is the LCM for C 120? Definitely not. Does everybody agree? The least common multiple would be what? 20. So that one's out. The least common multiple is E because, again, 30, 60, 90, 120, 40, 80, 120. LCM, 120. Perfect. Yes?
Why did you cross out D?
D, because 20 would be the greatest common factor, not 10. Good question now. Come on. Do you hear me? 20 goes into 20 and 20 goes into 60. That would be the GCF. It says the greatest common factor, we want it to be 10, not 20. That's why it's out. You agree with me now? All right, moving forward. 22. This one, again, should be pretty simple. All right. What's 3 times 3? 9. So right off the bat, it can't be D or E. What's 4 times 4?
16.
So I know it's not B. What's a positive times a negative? So I know it's not C. Has to be A. All right. Has to be A. Any questions? All right, moving forward. I feel like everybody should get 23 rather quickly. The answer was what? A. Pretty straightforward problem there. Does anybody have any issues with this? Connor, you still with me? All right. Here we go. 24. All right, the first time now we have a problem. A good problem, very tricky, very difficult. So I want your attention up here. All right, it's really not that bad. It's really not. All right. First, it says a decorator plans to place a 9 by 12 meter rug so that a uniform strip of flooring around the rug will remain uncovered. That's generally what happens when people put rugs in their house. They try to put it in the center of the room so it's equal on all sides. All right. So what I want to do is I want to demonstrate that real quick. Here is my room. All right. And now I'm going to put a rug in the middle of the room. All right. Now I'm going to try to make the rug so that it has a uniform width. See if you understand what I'm saying. So now my rug is in the center of the room and has a uniform width. All right. What does that mean? First of all, we know this is a 9 by 12, correct? That's my rug. A decorator plans to place a rug. Oh, yeah, thank you. The rug's 9 by 12. Thank you. I mean, the room is 9 by 12. Shh. So fix your numbers. All right, so now please listen. This is what makes it hard. Somebody tell me what this distance is from here to here. Do we know? So what's that distance? If we don't know, X. So we're going to put an X there. So an X goes there. So what's this distance from here to here, please? So it's still what? X. The reason why we call it X is because it's uniform. It means it's the same. So then below it's what? X. And then from here to here is what? X. All right, now this is what's hard. All right, so I need someone to look up, and I want someone to tell me what the distance is from here to here. What is this distance from here to here? I'm listening. What is it? No. We already have X defined. Definitely not Y. We know what it is. You are amazing. Very, very, very good, girl. That is exactly right. It is 12 minus 2X. Now, no one's allowed to tell me what the next answer is, or everybody is except for Abby. So that is 12 minus 2X. All right. And then the other one would be, yay, 9 minus 2X. Now, if you're not sure why it's 9 minus 2X and 12 minus 2X, now's the time to ask. So look, please watch now. Look up. Make sure you're seeing this. How much is it from here to here? 12. Come on. Still listening. From there to there is 12. How much is it from here to here? X. How much from here to here? So I'm cutting those out.
Oh. Okay.
So it's 12 minus 2x. This is x, and this is x. The whole length is 12. So I'm cutting that off, and I'm cutting this length off. So it'd be 12 minus whatever I cut off. Everybody good with that? Harley, what? You're acting like you're just...
I'm doing it.
Okay. All right, so now, somebody tell me the area of the rug in terms of x. What's the area of the rug in terms of x? Tell me.
It's half the area of the room.
Right? What's the area of the room? So 108. So the area of the rug is just going to be what? 54. All right, the area of the rug is 54. Now, I want the dimensions of the rug. What are the dimensions of the rug? Say it. Length and width. But what are the length and width? That's what I'm asking. Hanson, come on. This is your time. Let's go. Get in here. What is the length and width of the carpet? Cole, jump in. What?
9 minus 2x.
Yay! It is 9 minus 2x times 12 minus 2x. That is equal to 54. Perfect. Thank you very much. Come on, we can do that. Now, everybody multiply that out. What? Sebastian, go. All right, multiply that out. All right?
Why would you do half of the...
Because in the word problem, it says that the rug is half the area of the room. All right, the rug is half the area of the room. All right, so now when I multiply that binomial times the binomial, what's 9 times 12? 108. Minus, what is this? 24x. Then this is what? Negative 18x. Then it is, come on, positive 4x squared equals 54. Okay, now we're going to simplify everything. So I have 4x squared. What is this added together? Not yet. What is it? Yes, negative 42x, and then plus 108 equals 54. Now what?
Oh, I just have a question.
Quick.
You can switch the numbers around so like they can go into certain.
Yes, that's what I did. Yes, set it equal to 0, so I would do what? Subtracting 54. So 4x squared minus 42x plus 54 equals 0. 108 minus 54 is 54. Will, now what? By? Divide by 2. Good. 2x squared minus 21x plus 27 equals 0. What? Quick. Because I can. All the numbers are divisible by 2, so you do that. It's easier to factor. All right, somebody tell me now. 2x and x. Here we go. Come on. 2x and x. And then the factors of 27. Where do I want the 9 to go? On the right side. 3 on the left. We're checking. 3x and 18x makes what? 3x and 18x makes what? 21x if they are both negative. There we go. Now again, that's the hard part. Connor, are you with me on this? Right, I'm just telling you guys, the word setting it up is hard. I'm not arguing. From this point forward, everybody should be good. That's the main point. Is setting it up difficult? Yes, I'm not arguing with you. That's why I'm saying you got to go home and practice setting it up. The math should be easier. All right? So now I end up with x is equal to 1.5 or x is equal to 9. Is it possible for it to be 9? Can I make a uniform width of 9?
No.
Why can't I make a uniform width of 9? Because it's only how many wide? It's only 9 meters wide. Can't be the same. So that's called an extraneous solution. So you cross out x equals 9. That is an extraneous solution. The width of the rug around the border cannot be 9. I'm hoping you understand what I'm saying on that.
I didn't get 1.5.
3 divided by 2. Right? Don't worry.
So because the width is already 9, 9, 10, because it can't.
Right. How are you going to put a carpet that's this 9 here and 9 here if it's only 9?
Oh, yeah.
You see what I'm saying? That's a hard visual. But I can make it what? 1.5, 1.5, 1.5 all the way around. True?
Yeah.
I can't make it 9 all the way around.
Yeah.
All right, so the question says, what is the what?
Okay.
What is the uniform strip? How wide will the strip be? We would say 1.5 meters. The width will be 1.5 meters. All right, again, that was tricky. All right, that was tricky. All right, so here we go. Look at the next one. 25. Mind-blown problem here. Not really. Come on, though. If you paid attention on the previous one, this one's not going to be that hard. All right, so here we go. It says a garden plot is 4 meters by 12 meters. The area of the garden is to be doubled. So if the area of the garden is to be doubled, then the area would be what? What would it be? No, I'm not asking you that. I'm asking what would the area of the new garden be? No, 96, thank you. The area of the garden right now is 48 square meters. When we lengthen it by a factor, it's now going to become what? 96 square meters. How did I know that? Because it told me in the problem the area is going to be what? Doubled. And if I double the area, the new area is going to be what? 96 square meters. Now my question to you, come on now, for those of you guys who've been paying attention, hurry up. I need to know what this length is, and Abby and are not allowed to tell me. All right, I want to know what this length is from here to here. Somebody who's been paying attention, now you should be able to tell me. What is this length from here to here? Somebody tell me. Shh. What? 4 plus x this time. Because look right here. Very good thought, though. Look right here. You see what I'm saying? This distance from here to here is what? X. So this distance here would be 4 plus x, but I'm just going to call it x plus 4. Okay, now I'm going to measure. Go ahead, Caroline. I'll let you answer this one, but say something smart. Bain, I'm asking. From here to here, how much is it from here to here? Say it. Somebody else help her. 12 plus 2x. Because there are 2 x's. This is x. This is x. This is 12. 12 plus 2x. Do you see that or not? Uh-oh, my pen's not very good. Hold on. Let's get it. This is an x right here. Do you agree? From here to here. Please pay attention, right? This from here to here is how much? X. This from here to here is how much? So then from here to here would be what? Yeah, you can't do these problems unless you're willing to think a little bit. All right, it's not always the same. So instead of writing 12 or 12 plus 2x, we'll just go ahead and write what? 2x plus 12. So what are the dimensions of the new garden? What are the dimensions of the new garden? Lander, tell me.
2x plus 12.
Yep, that's right. So we're going to do 2x plus 12 times x plus 4. And all that equals what? 96. All right, please multiply that out now. Come on, chop, chop. Multiply that out. Shouldn't take you too much time. You're doing the smiley faces, so you don't even have to write both terms down. All right, what's 2x times x? 2x squared. Smiley face. How much is this? 12. And how much is that? Makes what? 20x. 2x squared plus 20x plus what? 48 equals. Now what do I need to do? Subtract it and make it 0. Thank you. So now I have 2x squared plus 20x what? Minus 48 equals 0. Now I have to do what? Divide by 2. You should feel like you're getting better. All right, you should feel like you're getting better. All right, and you're getting better when you're participating and when you're doing the problems, not watching me saying, wow, he's really good at that. Because I know that's what you're thinking. Dividing by 2, x squared plus 10x minus 24 equals 0. All right, so now we have to factor that. X squared plus 10x minus 24 equals 0. This one's actually kind of considered hard because there's 2 ways to make 10.
6 and 4.
And
12 and 2.
12 and 2. Which one is it?
12 and 2.
12 and 2, because you have to add 6 and 4. All right, it's not adding. Let's look and double check and make sure you understand what I'm saying. X and X. Now, the reason it's 12 and 2 because you have to have a subtraction because the 24 is negative. If the 24 was positive, then it would be 6 and 4. All right, so it's going to be X what? Plus 12 and minus 2. So X equals negative 12. X equals 2. Is it possible to have negative?
No.
No. So we have to answer the question now. What should the width of the border be? The width of the border would obviously be what?
2.
2 meters. Not squared because we're not measuring area, we're measuring length. Length is a unit, meter. All right, area is a square.
Why couldn't it be 6 and 4?
A very good question. So let's look at that real quick. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move this out of the way. If it was 6 and 4, this is the biggest mistake kids make. If you put x plus 6 and x plus 4, 6 plus 4 makes that 10, right? But positive 6 plus positive 4 would be positive 24. Not negative 24.
Couldn't you just do?
Nope, there's no, just couldn't do anything. It's not correct.
Okay, and also, how come x plus 4 isn't 2x?
How come x plus
To the
4?
left.
Oh, because remember, this was just 4. We're just adding x, not 2 x's. On this side, good question, on this side we're adding a what? Come on. X and an x. Right? Good. Okay, 26. Put a star by number 26. Good. What does f of negative 3 mean to do? No. Substitute what? In for x. Very good. So this means here, look, when x equals negative 3, y equals, that's the question. Look up. F of negative 3 means when x is negative 3, what's the y value? All right, so now we're going to practice. 3 times negative 3 squared plus 7 times negative 3 minus 8. Be careful here. Which is times, there you go. 27. So the answer is what? Negative 2. Very, very important functional notation on every single standardized test. All right, functional notation. When they say f of x or f of negative 3, that's the symbol or that's the time when you plug negative 3 in for x.
Isn't f, what is it when it's like f?
If I said f of x equals 10, that's find x when y equals 10. All right, that's that notation. All right, here we go. For what 2 values? Okay, this one should be record speed. All right, factoring this. What does that factor to?
X minus 3 and x minus 2.
That's what you should be saying. And so x equals
3 and 2.
3 or 2. So my answer is?
E.
Good. E.
Who said A?
Now, those of you guys, listen to me. Those of you guys who thought it was A, you're not far off. That's why this one's considered hard again, because there are two ways to make 5 with 6. It can be 2 and 3, or it can be 6 and 1. But you can't have that's right, it can't be negative, because you want the 6 to end up being what? Positive. All right, that's why you have to be careful and double check your work. All right. Next. All right. This one I'm expecting you to have a little trouble with, but what do I want you to do here? Yes, you got to multiply them out. You have to multiply this, then you multiply this. So here we go. Let's practice. What's x times x? Now we're doing the middle term. Someone mentally tell me the middle term. How much?
8x.
No.
8x.
8x. All right, plus 8x. Then it would be plus 15. Now listen to me. Do me a favor. I want you to put that in parentheses, even though it's not necessary. The reason why I'm saying put it in parentheses is because minus this. All right, so do that, please. Multiply that. What do I get?
X squared.
X squared.
Minus 4.
No.
Minus
Minus 6x. And then what?
Plus 8.
Plus 8 equals 0. Come on, take a look at that. Now, the reason why I put it in parentheses is because most kids forget to distribute a what? Most kids forget to distribute the negative here. All right, so we need to go ahead and do that. So now I have x squared plus 8x plus 15 minus x squared plus 6x minus 8 equals 0. Now, why is this problem a little bit easier now? Yeah, combining like terms, which means what's happening to the x squareds? They do what? Cancel. All right, so 6x and 8x now makes 14x. And then plus 7 equals 0. So my answer has to be what? Negative. Does everybody agree?
Yeah.
So it can't be those. Is it more than 2 or less than 2?
Less than 2.
So it had to be that. So 14x equals negative 7, so x equals negative 7 over 14, which is negative 1/2.
If you're switching the signs for the negative, how come x squared with the second expression is plus?
Well, because it goes into, right now, it's...
Oh, okay.
All right, great job today, guys.